Welcome, everybody, to the Weekday Wagers, the soccer edition. We have Champions League taking place Wednesday afternoon, and there is nobody better at breaking down the game than our guy, Mr. Charles Michel. Charles, how you doing?
Outstanding, Mark. Appreciate you having me back on. I'm excited about this card of Champions League. I think we have some great opportunities to cash some more tickets.
And we're at that halfway point in the Champions League for the round robin games taking place, and we've got. You want to highlight a matchup between Sporting and Bruges or Brugge, depending on how you want to pronounce it. And it's really two teams that are dynamically in different spots. Let me bring them up here. We've got Sporting, who is, sitting just on the outside. They're tied with Chelsea and Barcelona, kind of trying to get their way into that first or the bye stage, I guess is what you could call it, right? They're not playing the knockout rounds. And then you have Club Brugge, who is fighting just to stay in the tournament in the 22nd position. When you see two teams like that, how does that influence the way you approach a game from a handicapping standpoint?
Yeah, these are two of these lower level teams that we spoke about. You have those top heavy teams that get in the top four in their league. These normally have to win their league to get in, and they usually dominate. In Portugal, we have there's usually three top teams: Sporting, Benfica, and then Porto they're usually the top three teams in Portugal. But Bruges, they usually dominate Belgium, but so they're usually bullies in their league. So when they come into this, they're used to bullying everyone, so they kind of step up in competition. But you definitely think Bruges could have their hands full. It's always tough to go to Portugal playing the team like Sporting that are full of speed, that can attack you many different ways. So yeah, when you look at this one, these teams are generally having to step up in class. At the same time, a team like Sporting, I think they could fit in most leagues in the world based off of their play. So I think it's going to be an entertaining match. At the same time, I think Bruges could be kind of stepping into the deep water against the Sporting team.
I wanted to ask you this because when I saw this matchup on paper, you really do see Bruges kind of, punching up, so to speak, is that they're really almost outclassed at every position here. But they have done historically, they have been able to grind out results in this league, in this Champions League. How have they been able to do that and compete offensively with these bigger teams?
They definitely scrap. Like Sporting, they average 2.5 team goals or 2.6 team goals at home. But this Bruges side, they went to Atalanta in one, so they'll come in, they'll surprise you. They're full of talent. Usually each season their players get picked off and go to bigger leagues. So they produce a lot of young talent. That's a pipe system for them. It comes to Belgium and goes to bigger leagues. So they get a lot of top players before they go on. They have several that are playing in the EPL that were with them last season. So it's kind of a revolving door like Salzburg or another one of those teams. So no, they're always going to compete. I think they can actually score in this one. I think 2-1, 3-1 would probably be appropriate. I think Sporting will probably have too much at the end of the day, but I'm not going to be surprised if Bruges come out and put up a valiant fight. I definitely see them getting on the scoreboard.
Okay. And so when you're a scrappy team like Bruges, I mean, do they tend to like park the bus right in front of the goal and focus on not letting Sporting score and just try to counterattack when they can and maybe play for that draw? Or are there ways to attack this from a player prop or team prop standpoint that might be more advantageous?
And that's why I like Sporting, because Bruges, they won't park the bus. They'll play with them. Sporting are used to having teams park the bus. There's only 2 or 3 more teams in their league that'll actually play with them. In Portugal, Bruges will. They're usually the ones that are getting the part of the bus parked against them also in
Gotcha.
Belgium. So they're going to come out and play. And I think that's plays into Sporting's hands. I just think they have more dynamic players and playing on their home pitch at the end of the day. So that's why I see them having the advantage in this particular matchup.
All right. So here's the $1 million question, Charles. If I had to make one bet on this game that takes place on Wednesday afternoon, what is it? What is that one bet?
Definitely was looking at the over. I think that worst we could see 3 goals. The both teams to score and over could be in play. The Sporting team total is in play. First half team total. So there's several options, but just to be on the safe side in this one, I think the over. I think at worst 2-1 it finishes, but I think 3-1, maybe 3-2 type final score.
There you have it from the guru, as we like to call him. And listen, if you want all of Charles' soccer plays, NHL plays, you named a sport, and Charles is breaking it down. Scan that QR code right now. It'll take you directly to his Patreon site where you can sign up and get all of his plays that he's on. I'm telling you, it is the easiest thing in the world for you to do. Just scan that code, get over there, and you will have all of Charles' magical, mystical, crystal ball-like plays for you. Do it everything, don't you?
Everything except golf and little UFC, but yeah, on that particular code, that's for the Champions League package, super affordable. Main goal there is to allow people to keep maximum profits. But yeah, I just said it, just basically for a little bit of my time. I don't try to scout folks for anything like that. Just a small investment for maximum returns on your investment.
Listen, does it sound any better? Could it sound possibly any better than that? Small investment, maximum returns. You had me at hello. So, listen, good luck. Again, this game between Sporting and Brugge takes place Wednesday afternoon. Wednesday afternoon in the Champions League. Make sure you turn in every single week to get all of the Weekday Wager soccer breakdowns from Mr. Charles Michel himself. Big Chuck, myself, thank you so much for joining us. We will see you again next time. Take care.